Hi everyone, sorry about my voice. I have got a really bad cold today, but I thought I would just make a really quick informative video for you guys about nursing interviews at university. So to start, just a little bit about myself. I am currently a first year mental health nursing student. I did my interviews last year, so I've just tried to remember as many questions as I could that I was asked, just to give you guys a good idea of what might happen at your interview. So the first and most obvious question I can remember that I was asked at all three of my interviews was, why do you want to be a nurse? And at this point you should have a pretty good idea of why you want to be a nurse. You've applied, you've written your personal statement, so the only advice I can really give is to not rehearse what you are going to say, as this can come across quite robotic in the interview. I would just have a few keywords at the back of my head that I know that I definitely want to say, and then just let the rest flow naturally. Something else I highly recommend is to learn the 6 C's of nursing and remember them, because I was asked to give an example of when I have used 2 or more of the 6 C's, so that actually required me to think back to a time in my life and also remember all 6 of the 6 C's. I would say if you are in a telephone interview, definitely get a piece of paper and just jot down the 6 C's just to keep in front of you, because when you're in an interview, you're quite nervous, your brain goes a bit blank, so yeah, I would definitely do that. One of my interviews, I actually had something called an MMI, I think it's multiple mini interviews. So I was asked a lot of scenario-based questions. So they would put a piece of paper in front of me with a scenario on it, and then they would ask me what I would do in this scenario. I think the scenario I was given was something like, a confused elderly patient is trying to leave the hospital. How would you distract them and get them back to where they need to be? So yeah, I was pretty much asked questions like that. If you've worked in healthcare before, it shouldn't be too difficult, but if you haven't, don't worry, I haven't worked in healthcare before. And they're not trying to catch you out, they do really want to help you get to the correct answer. So yeah, definitely don't worry about that. Because I was doing mental health nursing, at one of my interviews they actually asked me why I chose mental health instead of adult nursing. So definitely have a clear idea of why you have chosen that specific branch of nursing, as well as why do you want to be a nurse overall. One question that actually caught me by surprise was they asked me what I like to do for fun, and it's a pretty easy question, but I was just expecting nurse related questions. But it is an interview, they might actually ask you normal interview questions. So yeah, definitely just have those sorts of answers in the back of your mind as well. And don't be afraid to say you like to go out and party, things like that. They just want to know that you can balance uni life and your social life. So those are actually the only questions I can remember off the top of my head that I was asked. But just some general interview tips. If your interview is at a university quite far away, I would recommend staying in a hotel the night before. This is so you can make sure you are not late, because you don't know what the traffic's going to be like the morning of your interview. So yeah, I would definitely do that. I personally also brought a little notebook of just points I really wanted to say. I actually did a little bit of research on different campaigns and charities around mental health nursing, yeah, just to widen my knowledge a little bit. But I think the most important thing is to try and relax as much as you can before you actually go into your interview. So yeah, that is it from me today. I really hope this video helped you guys. If you want to see more from me, definitely comment down below. But yeah, thank you.